Ryobi has done it again, and they just released a brand new creeper slash seat that is incredible for detailing, incredible for anybody who works on their cars. But for me as a professional detailer, I really like this thing. There's some awesome new features that we're gonna go over with this, and I'm gonna show you guys why I love it so much. So this is the brand new Ryobi 18-volt dual capacity, right? You have a creeper and seat. It actually lays down so you can use it as a creeper as well. You got their Ryobi link system attached to it. You have additional storage back here for any tools that you may have. And then for me as a detailer, I can store towels and things like that under here when I'm using it as a seat. Now I want to be very clear about something. There are the dual purpose type of creepers out there where they can turn into a seat at a much, much cheaper cost. This one comes in at about I think it's $159, I believe. And you can find other ones that do that same thing, from creeper to a seat on Amazon for like 50 bucks. However, this one does have other features and also larger wheels. It's very, very good for rolling on this plastic flooring that I have, the plastic tile style flooring. It's got these kind of big ridges on it, and not every seat rolls over it nicely. This one has some nice oversized style wheels, as you can see here, and they function perfectly. Now there's no locking mechanism on this, so keep that in mind if you're working on a driveway or something like that. It could move on you, but other than that, it's incredible. Let's jump into it, how I use it in my personal cases, and so you guys can get a good idea on this and see if it's worth the purchase for yourselves. Okay guys, so first up, as I said, as a seat, it's incredibly comfortable. The padding is very, very nice. I have the secondary shelf under here to store my towels, but the coolest part about this thing is the 18-volt feature, because right on the sides here, you can pop them out, and as a detailer, as I'm doing paint corrections and things like that, this is so cool, makes it so much easier. You have these two lights that come out. They're just on, I don't know what kind of material this is. Just a little rubberized arms where you can kind of manipulate where it goes. And you can turn them on, and you have light to inspect your paint as you're working. So you can kind of just go a little bit wider, and then I can see exactly where I'm working within the paint, go through it, check it. Incredible. Another cool feature, let's take it over to the car so I can show you. Okay guys, so these little lights are incredible, but there's multiple functions to them. Obviously I just have it powered on. I can click it again, goes a little lighter, click it again, goes off. So you have two different powers to it. And then you also have the ability, I'm gonna point it at the car here. So right now you can see it's a nice wide open stream of light, and we can narrow that in, we can pinpoint it. And that's what I really like when I'm really trying to narrow in on areas that need to be worked on. I really like that feature. What I like to do is actually leave one super dialed in like that, the other one nice and full, and then I can kind of use it with two different color temperatures because there's two different brightness levels, and really pinpoint what I'm doing. But the cool thing is that both lights have the ability to narrow in and out. So now let me go ahead and show you my actual use case. This is my 1969 Ford Fairlane. The paint is not perfect by any means. It actually could use a color sand. There's some like random stuff in it, but the sides have had swirls in it. So I went ahead and polished out one little section just so I could show you guys how visible it is for me to use when or to do the job when I have this seat. Now I'm gonna try and film this on my phone to try and get as much visual for you as I possibly can. Hopefully it picks it up, so let's check it out. All right guys, so here's the car, right? So I also have this guy set up here. This is another little Ryobi tripod stand. This runs on an 18 volt or their 40 volt system. Really cool little piece as well. You can change the angle of these, which is nice. This whole head is detachable as well. You just hit this. I don't wanna. Anyways, if you detach it though, so the battery's down there. If you detach it, then the battery goes in this piece and you can just run with that. You have a little hanger piece on it here as well if you want to hang it. Really cool item as well. But back to this. Here is the paintwork of the car, right? Everything looks, I mean, you can see in that light that there's some haze going on there. But other than that, everything looks pretty good, right? Everything looks pretty consistent all the way through. Well, I worked on this area, did not work on the door, did not work on this area. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my lights, okay? So hopefully you guys can see this. Let me turn the other one on as well. All right, so hopefully we can see. I'm gonna go ahead and point this. Look at the consistency of the light shining in that panel. Okay, nice and precise. Not a lot of stuff going on around it. I mean, like I said, you see those little divots there? That just needs a little bit of a wet sand, which I'll probably do here. But let's go ahead and scroll over now Okay, and we get to the area that has not been done. So hopefully look at the size of the light. Look how that's reflecting. Because of all the stuff that's there, it's reflecting and dispersing that light out as opposed to right there. Right, so you can see it's a nice tight little bulb versus it completely blows out. Again, another thing that I really liked about this is the functionality in the form that as I'm sitting, I can move this up. It becomes a really nice, comfortable seat back. You just pull this little lever here, it falls down if you want to use it that way. And then when you want to use it as a creeper, it's super easy to do. There's just this little black latch right here. So you just grab here, there's a little cutout. You just push that out, lift, and it plops down, and you can use it as a standard creeper. Now, is this as good as a normal creeper? I don't know. I don't think it's quite as low profile as like a specific creeper because it has these larger wheels, which actually make it way nicer. But if you needed something super low, like there's no way I could lay on that and get under the car. Obviously, you probably couldn't on a regular creeper either because the car's not that high. But I still really like that. And then you also have the ability to pull this up here. It gives yourself a little bit of a pillow. And I'll show you that here in a second because I was working on a lower panel. And this makes it extremely comfortable. Gets you off the ground, keeps you on a nice padded surface, and gives you a little bit of a headrest along with the lights to inspect everything. All right, now as far as assembly goes of that, it's really, really simple. You just have to attach the bottom piece to the top piece and add on the wheels. I'm not gonna show you guys how to do that here because they have a super easy, like you scan the QR code in the manual, it takes you to their website, it shows you exactly how to do it. Very, very well put together, super detailed, so no reason to show you guys that here. Now guys, I also want to be very clear about something. This isn't the only light source that I'm using when I'm doing my corrections. It's a great supplemental light. It's so that it's always there and I'm always working. You know, you could set up tripods with other stuff, but this is right where you're working, which is very nice. I'm still using, you know, detailing specific lights. Still using the scan grips. It's right over there. I also have this next LED light. These things are awesome as well, a little handheld one. Really good price on these. So I do still use other lights, but this thing is an awesome option as well. Supplemental, you already need to be using a seat if you're doing long corrections. Might as well have one that has some lights on it, right? And from there, honestly, guys, I'm not a person that has a creeper. When I rarely work underneath my car, I have a 97 F250 that I do get under every once in a while. I just had to change the starter motor on it. And I just was out in the driveway, just worked my way under and started working on it. Now, because this thing is so functional for me for my detailing business, now I also have a creeper when I need it, which I absolutely love. I can just lay that thing flat, go under, then I also have the lights so I can fire them up there and see exactly what I'm working on. I think it's an incredible little unit. Again, yes, it is a little bit expensive when you compare it to some comparables on Amazon, but build quality is awesome. You also get the lighting feature that no one else has. So I think Ryobi is really paying attention to the detailer's needs at home and for professional use, because that's gonna work perfectly for me. Now, the release date was a little bit ago, and I know that they put them online, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, something like that, and they sold out pretty much immediately. I just checked, and it looks like they're back online, but apparently they're selling quickly, so make sure to check that out, or check your local store, or order it online to have it delivered to your local store so that you don't miss out on them if you're looking for something like this. That is it for today's video though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. Please make sure to like the video. Make sure you subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and we will see you guys on the next one.